Hey guys, what's up? This is part two of my introduction series that I'm doing. I am Prune, named Prune360, and JLo from JLo Productions. More on that history later. Water's awesome, just a side note. And I'm gonna get back into where I left off, and I left off on Thursdays with Clan with a Plan. If you haven't seen part one, visit part one. There's a link on the video here, somewhere on the screen. And I'm gonna finish with what my schedule is gonna be. I've done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so I'm gonna finish Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and whatnot. And let's get started. Friday is Walkthrough Friday, or WTF, um, and it's just a walkthrough day that I do whatever game that you guys want, or whatever games that you guys want to see walked through, and that's story mode and whatnot. And however many games you guys want me to do a walkthrough of, I will do that many videos per day on Walkthrough Friday. And it'll be WTF, whatever the game is, episode like 10 or whatever the hell it is. I'm going to start off with Final Fantasy 13, and that's just going to be the first one so you guys can get a sense of how I do my walkthroughs and such. Um, and they're all done live. I'm hoping to get a working webcam that I can record myself while I'm playing it. But as of right now, I'm only using the stupid little built-in webcam on my Mac, which is kind of a piece of shit because it stretches everything like sideways. Normally it would be a square video, but now it's like a rectangle, and my whole area is just like I gained like 50 pounds, you know. So it's weird. Anyway, walkthrough Friday. Um, if you had me do two games at once, like say Final Fantasy 13 and Halo Reach as an example, there'll be two WTFs every Friday. If you have me start up like 8 more games, then that's 10 videos on Friday. So kind of pick and choose. Like I'm only gonna cap it out at 5 videos per day because I don't have that much time. And I'm gonna put them as like 20-minute segments of the walkthrough. I'm not gonna do like an hour at a time because I just don't have enough time to do that. Um, but that's what it's gonna be. Then Story Saturday. This is a idea that I came up with. It just kind of popped into my head, and I'm like, that might be a good idea. Um, and I'm just gonna read what it says on here. It's kind of clunky to understand it with the reading, but I'm gonna read it anyway. The concept of this is a bit difficult to understand, but I will explain it as simply as I can. The basic concept of this is like the books back in the day where when you read it, you could decide your own fate, and you go to that certain page and you try not to die or whatever. And that's like, it's not going to be completely like that, but you get to choose which character you want to watch, and it's going to be sort of like a movie. And an example thing, like episode 1 is going to be Arcaden from Modern Warfare 3, and there's going to be 5 friendlies and um, 13 enemies, and it's going to be kind of like a task force versus terrorist kind of thing, but it's all going to be acted out. There's going to be scenes, and there's going to be lines that people have to say. I'm going to try and get big time YouTubers. Like I hope that after my first few of them, people like Wings of Redemption, Woody's Gamertag, Wicked Shrapnel, um, people like that. Maybe Eight Thoughts would want to get in on it too. I'm hoping that people like that would want to get in on Story Saturday because it's a cool idea that I personally really like and I really want to do. Um, and I'll just finish what it says. The videos will be set up where you can decide which character in the story to follow on his adventure or mission, and in the end, you can go back to the master video and you can choose another character to follow on their journey. The whole thing is just like a movie. There will be videos with only 1 or 2 perspectives, but there will also be videos with 7, 8, or 9 perspectives and anything in between. These videos take a lot of planning and a lot of time and to prepare and write up scripts for such and such for each individual character. The text is kind of small. They would be uploaded every other week just to give me enough time to get enough people to participate and enough time to edit the video and make it as good as possible. If you, my fans, are interested in being in a Story Saturday, you can go to the Story Auditions tab, which is on the website, and follow the directions on the right side of the screen, in your view, the right side of the screen, in order to have a chance of being in my video. Keep in mind, I choose people at random. If you are not a friend of mine on Xbox Live, you will end up being an enemy. And it says in quotes at the bottom, I record these videos in advance. The week I don't upload is the week that I record the video. And the recording and the training and stuff for these videos takes probably about an hour to an hour and a half. Then you've got the recording, which is like 20 minutes or even more in some points, for some videos. And I've already got it mapped out. I'm going to end up doing Arcaden, Erosion, Outpost, Bakara, and I forget the other ones. But there's some hard in Seatown. Um, but there's some harder maps that I don't know what the situation I could come up with for would be, like Mission. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do for that map. It seems just odd. It doesn't seem very story-like, and there's no path with it. It's just a clusterfuck of a bunch of different, like, buildings in the middle of the fucking map on top of a hill with a giant tube coming out. It looks like a fucking big ass silver dong, and a big old hill, and like where the eighth leg is, it's just a fucking valley. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for that map. Arcaden is gonna be the kind of thing that it's like you have to capture the terrorist and execute him, and there's a shitload of things. And don't worry, the 13 people, they do respawn, and you will have tac inserts, but they're going to be in a spot that when I'm recording, I'm not going to be able to see them. So you're going to have to, when you spawn off your tac insert, put your tac insert back down with quick draw, run back up to your next spot for scenes, and after you die, you come up, you go to your next spot, and all this other stuff. It's going to be so coordinated, and it takes so much time that it might take up a whole Saturday, to be honest. I've already tried getting like 8 people to do it. I've got 5 for sure. And it's not going to be where if you are one of the people, you have to show up every week or every other video. It's not going to be like that. I choose different people for the enemies every time, and it's all at random. If you get picked multiple times, then that just means I didn't have enough people, or you were in there multiple times, you put an audition in multiple times. Um, and what I do is I take all your gamer tags, your 360 gamer tags, and I just put them in random.org, the top 13 or however many I need. I'll contact you and say, I need you on this Saturday at this date. Are you free? Blah, blah, blah. Then Sundays, I'm doing Survival Sunday, which is, it's going to be survival gameplay, and when Black Ops 2 comes out, it's going to be zombie gameplay, which would be Zombie Sunday. Um, and that's, they're longer videos, and they're going to be split up in two, just like LEA does. But there's going to be, from my perspective, you're going to have a little video of me going as well, um, up in the corner. Somehow I'll configure it, and I'll get it working. Um, and it's just going to be my perspective, me playing it. The other day I just played on Terminal. I got to round 24, I think. Yeah, I think 24, and I was ranked 4,666 in the world, which is pretty good, to be honest. I mean, it's not like LEA that when he did it, he got the 59th in the world because he made it to round 32, but, you know, it's still really good. Then I'm going to have open lobbies and live streams when possible. Open lobbies are once every 2 weeks, and the same with live streams, but they flip-flop. So say week 1 I do an open lobby, week 2 I'm going to do a live stream, week 3 open lobby, week 4 do a live stream, and they go back and forth like that. And I will put out a Facebook bulletin and a YouTube bulletin for everybody to see when I'm doing it, what I'm doing, blah blah blah. And um, in order for you to get invited to an open lobby, which what I do for an open lobby is I get my party ready. We do ground war only, and we do whatever game type comes up, and I select 8 people that want to come over, or when I have lower subscriber amounts, um, there's only going to be like 5 people that come over. We'll do whatever game type, and we're just going to record for a few games and then see if I can get a new lobby in. That's what everybody else does, but there's a twist. If I see you in there more than once on the opposite team, I will block you, and you won't be able to get in on any of my open lobbies, live streams, any of my games at all. You won't even be in a story Saturday. And that's period. Because I don't want people joining the live streams and just fucking me up with like RPGs and shit when I'm like one away from an Osprey Gunner or something. I'm not gonna handle that well. If I see your name popping up in more than one game and you don't live near me, like straight up knives, I know he lives here in Wisconsin. I live in Wisconsin. So if I see him, I'm not gonna block him because he's awesome and he's not gonna fuck with me like that. He might troll me, but that's fine because I understand it's straight up knife. But if some douchebag comes around with a fucking riot shield and just busts my face in like 6 times in like 4 different games, I'm gonna block him, and I'm gonna have everybody else block him and put him as an avoided player, so we don't have to run into his bum ass again. Then for the Weird Shit Wednesday suggestions, the directions are on the right, and you have to comment below the episode number in order for it to get on there. And whoever has the most frequently repeated one, because there's no likes, dislikes, stuff like that. The one that's most repeated, um, copy and paste, people, copy and paste, is the one that I'll do. Um, if it's anything that I've already done, it will be disqualified automatically. Stories, Saturday, can't talk auditions. You need your YouTube username, your Xbox 360 gamer tag, and yes or no to having 2+ hours available to be dedicated for it, so it can be recorded. And you also need to have a yes or no to taking it seriously, because if you don't take it seriously, you will be blocked, regardless. I'm going to put a lot of heart and soul and work and effort into these story Saturdays. I don't want people fucking up. And keep in mind, if you're not a friend of mine on Xbox Live, you're not going to be one of the friendlies. You're going to be an enemy just because, that's just how it's going to be. And then I've also got a services tab on here. I'm a graphic designer and an artist and stuff like that, and give you my link to my JLo Productions website, which everything is down below. Big Otis, JLo Productions, the YouTube and the website. It's got the site that I'm looking at right now, my named Prune one for named Prune 360. I've got all my channels down below. I've got all the websites down below. I've got the link for Big Otis. And I've also got my Facebook links for my JLo production. I have a Facebook page for that, and I have a Facebook page for named Prune. And keep in mind, named Prune on Facebook is the same as named Prune 360 on YouTube. They're the same person. They're me. But I fucked up on the name Prune channel creation and whatever. And then the same with JLo Productions. Well, kind of the same. Some douchebag from Australia or some shit, and I know it's a fake account because it's created with the URL JLo Productions, mine, and the guy's quoted himself at being 87 years old, and he's from Australia. Completely doubt it. The guy just made it to troll me. Whatever. Fuck him then. But it's JLo Productions 1 on YouTube, JLo Productions as the website, and JLo Productions as, drawing a blank here, brain fart, let's go, for Facebook. And I'm going to cut this off here, and I think that's good for part 2 of you getting to know me. That's just me introducing myself and telling you guys what I'm going to be doing here on YouTube. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys subscribe. Definitely check out my JLo stuff, and it's spelled Jaylow, so don't trip balls, seriously, don't freak out. But go check that out because, you guys can order whatever you want from it, and that's going to be it. Peace out, YouTube.